everyone, and welcome to our video release of our Hôtel de Paris collection. Boy, are you gonna love this. This one you're gonna want to tune into for the whole video. You're gonna want to see every element and everything that this has to offer because it really is that fantastic. It's truly made our favorites list in terms of the favorite kits that we have and have created. So I think you're really gonna want to see the entirety of this. Quickly to go over it again, this is our bundled collection. When you purchase it as a bundle, you get all 5 coordinated products. There's no duplicate items in them. They're all unique and different, and you do save 20% on the entire collection versus purchasing each item individually. So as I've tempted you, let's get in and have a look at this here. The background papers, again, what can I say? Mary Fran does such a great job with tone, and also here's a damask with that beautiful mature theme. As you know, if you've been with us for a while, Mary Fran's style has matured and there's a lot more of this elegant feel, vintagey feel to it. You'll see that come evident throughout all of the papers and the elements in this kit. But like, look at the flowers, the florals that Mary Fran does, the same thing. She brings these to life that they are so vivid that they are just unbelievably stunning when you use them. Look at that, the contrast with the black. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm hoping this has given you all kinds of ideas and you can see how this is going. Anything beautiful, vintagey, even if you have a little bit of a slant towards the shabby chic if you would like, you can certainly make that happen with this kit. You don't have to, but you certainly have that option. Here's a great quilted background, just a really, really unique and different background paper to use. There is a stationary back with the torn paper. Now, you can't get more vintagey and lovely than this. Doesn't this look like this beige background? Doesn't that look like something like old wallpaper and it's been torn back? And then, of course, you have the dress form, the stamp, the Eiffel Tower, the florals. This just flows together so incredibly well. So incredibly well. You're going to love this kit. Some stripes. Obviously, the theme is Hôtel de Paris. So we want things in there that match that theme. You are going to feel that throughout the whole entirety of it. And you're also going to see, here are some borders. So you can make that torn page with so many different background papers by just simply placing that on the top of it. For those of you that are printing and wanting to work with our products in physical paper, because I know a lot of you do, how you do this is you go into our videos on our YouTube channel here, in the how-to section, and you'll see I've shown you already how you can put this piece of paper, you put your original background paper on your canvas, on your internet program, whether you're using GIMP or Microsoft Word or whatever it is, or MS Paint or whatever. Then you place this over top of that background paper, and so you can see on your screen, it looks like this is all one paper, and then you print it. So that's how you do that when you're using these borders, just as a quick aside there for those of you that do like to print. Some bows, again, giving you some elegance and a lot of difference here. The colors are coordinated so well. There's the brads. Again, like Mary Fran has that real touch where she pairs things so well together here that you can see how everything matches and flows so well. The butterflies, you have some that are simpler like that, and then you have these really great stenciled butterflies. Aren't those just fabulous? You'll see how Mary Fran used them in her scrapbooking layout idea, which I'll show you at the end here. Again, some vintagey buttons. Look at the pattern on there with well worn. Shows the vintage feel. Really, you can see how things all are coming together here. Now we're going to get into the real good stuff here. Circle label with the Paris boutique. Choose happy. The clocks, the antique of Paris. Like, I'm telling you folks, if you're getting so many ideas just as I'm scrolling through this, just like we did, here is the cluster. Now, we did see this before on one of the stationary background papers. Now, Mary Fran has also given it to you as it's standalone, so if you wanted to add it to a different background paper, you wanted to use it as a standalone element and have more creative freedom, that's available to you. So that is an absolute fantastic element you'll probably want to use as a main element. The dress forms. Now you have them both here on the stands in these colors, and you have them without the stands. So whatever works for you, however you see your project developing. The Eiffel Towers, again covered in the beautiful florals of this kit. Just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Flower clusters as well as single element flower clusters. So that way you can, again, design and place those however you want. You'll see how I use them in my card making idea. I'll show you that at the end as well. Give you a little bit of an example. And there's the hotel. There it is. Look at this with the bricks in there, the dental molding on it, the little curtains in the windows. You can't get any better than that. Jewelry tags and blank for you so that way you can write in whatever it is that you see fit, whatever suits your project. Again, same thing with the journal cards. When you're doing your scrapbook layouts, when you're doing your mini albums and your even actual greeting cards, these are fabulous. I can't tell you how nice these are in order to handwrite this with a pen because it gives it such a personalized feel. Not only have you created this and used this kit in order to create something for someone, but that extra touch of personalizing it by having these cards, these journal cards, unbelievable. People are going to love that. Lamppost, our signature paint chip, and here's the paper frame. So great photo frame this could be, or to frame in your main element. You can use this on a background paper in order to divide it out. If you turned it at 90 degrees, so one quick turn, so now you have it going vertical instead of horizontal. You could use that on a greeting card as the face of your greeting card. There's so many uses for stuff like that. Parasols, again, those love elements, those elegant elements in order to give you such interest and really capture the feeling that you're trying to create. They're all here. Postcard, some ribbons. Obviously, we want to, again, include ribbons in order to give you that hit of color, the hit of pattern. If you haven't used them before, really give these a try. Sentiment stamps, these are use them exactly like you would a polymer stamp where you place it on anything. The whole background is opaque, so you don't have to worry about it showing through as white. You just simply put that on anything, whether that's a background paper, across a photo, whatever you want. And again, great vintage sign. Look at the rusted areas around the edges, everything else. Like, it doesn't get any better. You have so much here. Again, stamp image here. So this goes down, everything behind it is clear and opaque. So you can put that onto anything that you see fit with both of those stamps. Lastly are the tags. Gorgeous, elegant, understated, just simple things, but man, do they make things absolutely fabulous when you use these. Imagine using that. Like, doesn't that look like a professionally designed something that you just removed a tag off of something you purchased at a high-end boutique? That is just terrific. So that is, lastly, our tickets and the vintage frame, so that you have all kinds of things in order to start you off creating in the right direction. So that's our FQB. In our little bit, our additional additional elements pack, you get lots more clustered elements, and you can see how Mary Fran used that beautiful jeweled button. Look at how nice that looks. These are the things that I want you to hopefully take advantage of by A, use this element, but B, look at kind of how Mary Fran laid stuff out. Let your creativity kind of guide you, you know. Let things kind of roll yourself and see how you utilize some elements that maybe you don't use on a common basis. Great cluster again. Wish you were here stamp so you can see how that stamp goes on there. That's exactly how to use those types of things, as well as the tickets and word things. And there's the ribbon. When I challenged you to use the ribbon, there's two of them right down here at the bottom. And see how nicely that adds in a little bit of color, a little bit of interest because there's different patterns in them. Again, another element I challenge you to use a little bit more often and incorporate. It gives you so much more fun because you have something new in order to try and work at. Fabulous labels. Again, labels and tickets and things like that, those are the places that you really are a great place to look at in order to say, where do I want to start? I have so many ideas and I love this color and I love this and I love that. Take things like that and say, oh, this would work well for this or for that. And those are great things where you can use as a starting point for your creations, whether that's cards, layouts, mini albums, life planners, whatever you're doing. You want to plan out your page. That's a good starting point for those things. Our two additional paper pack has, again, you've seen these patterns before, but not in these colors. There is a damask in this beautiful burgundy. You will not get that anywhere else in the FQB or anything else. So you rest assured that you're not getting duplicates. you're getting addition to, which is the point. Because if you love this kit as much as we do, you're going to want to use it again and again and again. And you don't want everything to be exactly identical. You want things to be different. And that is the point of this, is to give you lots of options. The solids paper pack, again, this is like digital cardstock, if you will. So you can use it to back a photo. You can use it to back your main elements, whatever you want to do. But you also see there is a nice pattern in there. Maybe you wanted to put one of the clusters on here and put one of the stamps on and have a photo. Maybe that was the look you wanted. You wanted a solid background. You didn't want to detract from some of the other elements that you're putting on there. No problem. There is nothing wrong with that. You have the full color range of the entire collection there, so you have everything available to you. Lastly is our talk. This is the alpha with the tiles in here. Very easy to use, very easy to line up because obviously you have the squares. But again, really elegant. You can see how Mary Fran has laid it all out. You've got a blank one in here as well. And again, if you think, well, what good's a blank one? I wanted to, I wanted to say something or do something or have another symbol, whether that's punctuation or a lowercase letter or whatever. If you go into our how-to section here on our YouTube channel, it shows you how to write on blank tags and stuff. I have a full video on that, and you can use that same video to be able to add your own font from your computer onto that tag, print it out, or utilize it in your digital creation. Very simple to do. Very, very simple to do. And that will add to your creative abilities, which obviously makes crafting more fun. The more abilities you have and the more options you have and that you feel confident with, obviously that makes it much more fun for you. So that is the complete alpha for you. And again, like I said, goes so well and coordinates so well with everything. Lastly, I mentioned earlier, I'll show you the layout and the card. Here's Mary Fran's layout. Look at how gorgeous this is. A couple of things to point out. Here's that butterfly, that stencil butterfly. If that doesn't add an air of elegance, boy, I don't know what does, right? You can see how Mary Fran chose to use this cluster. And one thing about that cluster is, yes, you can add photos in there from behind. Okay, so there is those areas where you can add in your photos. You can see that she's used a great deal of the elements in order to create such an interesting page. And there is that border on the top with the torn edge. So you can see how things all come together very easily. Lastly is my card. And I went in a different direction here. There it is using the ribbons again. How it just gave me a little hit of the color to pick up some of the other color from in here in order to give it that little bit of interest. Same thing, there is the stamp. So again, I put the stamp right across everything so you can see how that went. And same thing with the individual flowers. I talked about using the individual flowers and being able to create yourself with them. That is kind of one option and how I chose to use it. So thanks for tuning into this video. If you're anything like us, I think this is going to be one of your favorites that you're going to want to always have in your repertoire and go back to again and again and again. Before you leave and head off to our store to buy this for yourself, please click on our Nitwit Collections logo that you see in the bottom right hand of the screen. That will subscribe you to our YouTube channel so you'll be made aware of anytime new videos are come up. As well, please give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on this. Let us, if you have any questions, whatever the case may be, don't hesitate to let us know your thoughts. We really appreciate it. Thanks once again for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy creating so much with this kit, because I know it was truly a treat. Mary Fran had said it was truly a treat to create it for you. So thanks once again, and happy creating.